Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about Flux. Welcome back to the channel. As always, we're going to take a deep dive into this one and see if it's worth an investment, at least to me. But it's one that I've been hearing about in the comments and I never really looked at it, so I figured why not? Sometimes the best gems are found when no one's really talking about them. So let's see what I found. Before I get into that, please hit that like button. And only hit the like button if you found anything of value in this video. And also, if you want to continue to see the stuff that I come out with, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when I come out with new material. So let's get into it. Before we get into Flux, let's talk about the overall feeling in the market, the crypto market specifically. If we look at the heat map here, it's basically a sea of red with some exceptions. XRP is up, Link's up. But overall, we got a lot of things going on, geopolitical issues. And then we have, issues going on in the US as well as UK overall. Just inflation's out of control. And, central banks taking steps to kind of curb inflation. And with that, it's bringing in some pain. There's not a lot of money flowing into the economy. It's not easy to borrow money like it was before. And because of that, some of these speculative assets are taking a little hit, and that's what we're seeing here. I talked about this in another video, and I'll link it just so you can take a look at it if you're interested. But overall, that's what's going on. And this heat map is consistent with the fear and greed index. Right now, we're in extreme fear, and as you can see, the scale there, extreme fear is the worst of the worst. We're definitely far away from greed, and based on what's going on right now in the climate, that's what it is. But as I talked about many times before, this is the time that you want to secure your bags and build everything up. When everyone's scared, they don't want to touch crypto, no one's talking about it. This is when you want to bag up. And then when it's time to ride and things are looking beautiful, then you can say, yeah, look at me now. I had the faith and my bags are full now and I'm doing pretty well because I had the faith in crypto. So Flux basically, they advertise themselves as being the world's first decentralized Web3 infrastructure. If we look at their Twitter account, they have about 120 followers, 120,000 followers to be exact. Next, if we look at their Discord following, their community, they have about 17,500 members, 17,500. So it's not the greatest, but they do have members. But right now, for a project that came out around 2018 to have only 17,000 members in your Discord, well, my antenna's up a little. Next, if we look at the founders here, we have Parker Honeyman, Tadeusz Komenta, and Daniel Keller. And Parker appears to have a background in medical startup companies. And Tadeusz, he has a background in decentralized blockchain technologies. And then we have Daniel Keller, who has 25 plus years of IT experience technology within the healthcare and nonprofit division. So it's a diverse background of founders, people that are involved in, IT and blockchain work. So that's very interesting. I looked on the internet, did research. I couldn't find anything negative about these guys. So that is positive. If we look at Mr. Honeyman's background, chief operator of Zelcore, which is basically Flux, engineering consultant with JC Medical, and then R&D engineer with Sandra Medical. Then if we look at Mr. Tadeusz, he's a co-founder of Zelcore Flux, and he had a background in nuclear sciences and physical engineering in Prague. Then we have Mr. Keller, who is Director, Information Services, Daughters of Charity, and then Regional Technical Director, Daughters of Charity, and then Senior Director, Operations, Data Management at Bloomberg. So what is Flux? According to the white paper, it says Zell was rebranded as Flux March 2021. Flux aims to be the next generation of decentralized cloud architecture that is scalable. The Flux ecosystem collects decentralized computing and blockchain and service solutions. Flux knows decentralized infrastructure, Flux OS, cloud operation system, Zelcore self-custody, multi-asset wallet, and blockchain app suites are all components of the Flux ecosystem. In addition, Flux blockchain, which is used on-chain governance, economics, and parallel assets, offers interoperability with other blockchains and offers access to DeFi. The Flux ecosystem is powered by the native proof-of-work token, which aims to provide incentives for on-chain governance and lousy actor mitigation through staking. So the native token is Flux, and the coin basically is used for exchanging resources, collateralizing nodes, and powering transactions on Flux OX. Flux aims to reward miners and Flux node operators for verifying transactions and supply computing resources. So there are Flux parallel assets, and this allows Flux governance coin to function on DeFi protocols, including Solana, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Tron, and more over time. According to their website, they're going to add about 3 more of these layer 1s. So that's good. So Zelcore is the native wallet for Flux, and basically it offers custody management of over 250 cryptos and over 25,000 digital assets on Ravencoin, Neo, and Ontology asset layers. It allows users to mine, store, transact, and exchange a huge number of crypto assets within the same secure, easy-to-use application. And the wallet is available for Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and other mobile versions for iOS and Android. So that is good. I like that. So horizontal scaling and redundancy. So global applications running on Flux OX automatically replicate across the network, ensuring that your app will always be available even if a node is offline due to power failure or other outages. And that's a little diagram there of how that moves. So the apps running on Flux OX, Polkadot Node, CADX, Osmosis, which is with Cosmos, Aave. And I pointed out these 4 because these are the ones that are pretty popular right now. But they have other apps running on Flux OX, so it's still growing. So that was positive. This is another illustration of the Flux ecosystem. So you have Flux Labs, which is the mining pool. Then it goes to Flux OX, the advanced cloud OS. Zelcore, the wallet we just talked about. And then the DeFi parallel Flux assets, which we will get into. So Flux's market cap, if we look at it now, is about 247 million. The circulating supply currently is 276 million. The max supply is 440 versus 276. So that's pretty interesting. There's more to it than that, but the max supply at any given time will never exceed 440 million. And I like that. I'm totally against inflationary coins, and what they have implemented here kind of supports, keeping things in check. So, we'll get into that. So right now, I think that's a positive for me. So if we look here at the Flux white paper regarding their tokenomics, you'll see here that total supply is 4.8 billion. However, it says the max circulating supply is 440 million. So you're thinking, I wasn't born last night. So what's this all about? And I'm going to get into that. So according to the white paper, they say that the maximum circulating supply at any given time will never exceed 440 million. This is due to when an asset moves from chain to chain, the corresponding amount is locked on the source chain to free up the amount of the target chain. Example, if you move 2,000 Flux from Flux BSC to Flux Native, this results in 2,000 Flux BSC being locked and 2,000 Flux Native being unlocked. The end result is, although 2,000 Flux has been moved between chains, the net impact on maximum circulating supply is 0. And I like that a lot. That's pretty good. I like that. Next is look at the price action. So currently Flux is ranked 117 out of all cryptos, which is, normally I don't look at coins outside of 100, but this is 117. And sometimes during the bear market, this is when you could find hidden gems that no one's really talking about, pretty small, not a lot of activity. But when the next run hits, you can get major gains from the right type of project. So I'm still trying to figure out if this is the right type of project. There's some pros and cons that we'll get into in the end. But right now it's ranked 117. The current price is 89 cents. Over the past 7 days, it's been down 10%, considering what we've been seeing in the markets. That's to be expected, nothing earth-shattering. The total market cap is about 247 million. If we look at the 24-hour trading volume, is about 6.7 million. And circulating supply currently is 276 million. So the price all-time high was around January 2020, where it reached $3.05. So in contrast, right now it's 89 cents. So you see the potential there. So when I look at projects, I like to look and see, okay, I see what the white paper is saying. I see your ambitions. I see everything that you're trying to do. I get it. But what's happening now? What are you doing to grow your ecosystem? What are you doing? What partnerships are you making? And I search high and low as far as, looking at my crypto references, the websites that I normally check out to see about big news, and I can't find much about Flux right now. And that is a concern for me. During the bear market, this is when, people are digging into the trenches, forming new partnerships and just trying to grow their ecosystem. And I couldn't find anything. What I did find was an article where they attempted to tap GameFi, and that didn't come through. I highlighted, as aforementioned, there are no new fundamental developments in the Flux ecosystem. However, Flux has been promoting itself as having the infrastructure needed to power Web3 gaming sector. However, the team has yet to make any official announcements about developing gaming projects on the chain. So Q4 roadmap, right now the focus is storage, Docker, and POW, parallel assets under review, second snapshot, proof of useful work, proof of concept roadmap, further application development controls, persistent storage release beta, DApp resource monitoring, and Jetpack 2 tools and metric. So what do I think about Flux? I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons, right? I'm not going to give you negatives. So the pros, as far as it's still being proof of work chain, security is going to be top notch, right? It's not like all these other blockchains moving to proof of stake. It's GPU mineable. It's ASIC resistant. It prevents 51% of reorg attacks, and it won't allow reorganization beyond 30 blocks. Decentralization, it's a fair launch layer one like Bitcoin. Basically, there was no ICO, no VC backing, no pre-mining. It was mined publicly from the Genesis block. So that's positive. And also, because of proof of work and what I just said, it's not a security. We know that regulations coming down in the US, how they're going to start labeling some projects as securities. So this one would be safe from that. Mining, you can mine your own with a GPU, and you can earn up to 50% of blockchain rewards. Tokenomics, again, we talked about max circulating supply not to exceed 440 million, and I like that. Those are all strong positives. The cons, the scalability right now is slow. Less than 3 TPS. However, with the parallel assets where they have interoperability with the other chains, that acts as a layer 2. So for example, they have that relationship with Solana. So Solana on average is about 65,000 TPS. So that acts as a layer 2 for Flux. Traction, there's no strong social media following or community. So that's a tick for me. And no major news during the bear market. And that's another tick for me. So overall, how do I feel about it? I think there are some very, very strong things about this. And if Web3 takes off like I believe it will in the future, if Flux stays afloat, they can be a huge player in the game. But cons, those are sticking points for me as well. So right now, I'm kind of like wait and see on Flux. Does it have the potential to reach the all-time high of $3 and maybe next bull run hit $5 from the 89 cents that it is right now? Definitely. So if for an investment, I think it has potential. But for me personally, right now, I'm holding off on Flux until I see more, partnerships, more things going on during the bear market. Right now, they're just too silent for me. But, we'll see how things go. So guys, in the comments, let me know what you think about this review. If you have other projects you want me to take a look at, I'll be happy to do so. Guys, I hope you have a good weekend. Weekend's ending right now. Where I'm at, we're preparing for a little hurricane. So if I don't post for a little bit, you know what's going on. Stay safe out there. And if you like the content, please hit that like button. And if you want to continue to see my type of material, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. And hit the notification bell to be notified when I come out with new content. So have a good weekend and stay safe. Thank you.